Welcome back, Uncut Reviews, episode, is it episode 5? Yeah, episode
Five?
5.
Yeah, five.
My hair's a state. We've literally, I've literally just woke up. I watched the episode, showered, we're in a hurry, but 10 out of 10. Like, I'm saying it now. That episode was the best episode of Wandavision we've had yet. Oh my God. There's a surprise reveal at the end that I will talk about, but Finton first, like, what were your thoughts, bro?
I think that may be the best episode of TV I watched in 2021. That was honestly incredible.
It's only February, but
I'm aware. But honestly,
fair play.
like last week, you were saying about it, it probably losing the comedy vibe. Still has that comedy vibe. Somehow turned up the weirdness to 11. The anger came out. Like it was so good.
They argue, and it's so like it's scary, man. You get like a feeling of, oh my God, like shit's gonna go down, but it doesn't. It's okay, sort of. Before we get to this big reveal, I just want to talk about some big moments in the story. So Wanda is like evil, man. Like, it's like
I don't think this is true, right? Specifically because of this thing. But I'm not going to mention
because
who it
of
is.
That reveal.
Yeah, she
because
didn't
of
do
that
that.
reveal at the end. I think there is something else going on. Yes, but
He didn't do that.
Wanda is doing everything else. So she has put up the energy field. She is controlling all the population. She isn't aging the kids though. The kids are real and they have agency and they do that themselves.
It's mad.
It seems.
How? Yeah, they are because Wanda tells them not to.
We know,
it's weird.
Yeah, but we know they're meant to become Wiccan and Speed.
Mm.
So there's, they're obviously supernatural as well. But man, I feel like we need to talk about that reveal at the end.
I think we need to talk about one thing first. I think we need to talk about one thing first.
Okay.
Is Vision alive? I think he is.
Calling it now. He's not alive. He is. Let me tell you why I think he's not. So in the episode, it is revealed that Wanda, 9 days before this, before Westview was taken over, broke into a sword facility where they were keeping Vision's body.
Can we just quickly talk about his body? It was in bits. He was on different. Oh my God! It was so.
Yeah,
it was disturbing.
Smashed to pieces. It was pretty grim, but yeah. So I see, because of that, I think she's doing some magic voodoo stuff, and she's put him back together. But without that stone, he can't live. Unless they're gonna try and explain it that she's put her power into him.
Yeah,
this is that her power comes from the same.
It's because when Vision works out everything's not like okay, he can like. He does that thing to Herb, and you realize Herb is a real person, which is why I think everybody else in there is a real person, which would mean Vision has to be alive because he couldn't not be, because he's not an AI like we originally thought. Like, they're not all AIs, they are real people.
It took away from my theory that everyone was dead, to be fair, because we know that he's not dead now, because he basically the setup to that is he gets an email and from the 80s, it was an 80s mail, and it's basically Sword saying, like, bro, like, Wanda's evil, essentially. And he's like, oh shit. And then he does a weird thing where he taps his head and he goes, oh, my sister, I need to call my sister. And it's like, okay. But yeah, so we know that the people in there are real. And there's a really good bit, we haven't talked about it, but the bit that got me was actually right at the beginning of the episode. Agnes comes in and she's like, oh, let me try with the babies. And then Vision gets kind of paranoid. He's like, no, I don't think you should. When was the last time you washed your hands? And it's kind of played for comedy. And then she looks at Wanda and she goes, do you want me to take that from the top? Shall I go again? And it's like, oh.
Yeah, honestly, I was like,
that makes me think. But that makes me think that she's more aware than everyone else. So maybe I'm still right and there is something dodgy going on with her.
Yeah, I think the longer this goes on, I think the more, I don't know what, but I think you definitely are right that there's something going on with her.
Because they get a dog in this episode too, and the dog just like dies within about 10 minutes, which like I was like, damn.
Conveniently, he's also found by her.
Yeah, exactly, and she's the one that finds him, and he eats something from one of her, like he eats some leaves or something.
Yeah, I think
apparently it kills him.
She had like poisonous. I'm assuming it was like a poisonous bush or something, and he's at it and died, which I doubt actually happened.
From my understanding of who her character could be, from like I've been looking into it a little bit, I can't remember the name, but apparently her character is some sort of sorcerer in the comics. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to hint now that she's a sorcerer, and that poisonous bush, you could explain it away as like, she needs it for ingredients for whatever magic stuff she's doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But shall we?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Is there anything more? That we need to discuss over this massive reveal?
To be fair, one of the things I did want to say is I genuinely love the fact that Vision and Wanda were at each other's throats. Like, we haven't seen that in the entire of their characters, and then they just both like start levitating and screaming at each other. I was like, this is incredible.
Absolutely. It was really cool because it's still playing into that sitcom thing of like, it's a sitcom. It's just that now Vision's a bit more aware, and it was cool to see them at odds for once. And it was scary because they're probably two of the most powerful people in the MCU, like, in like at least the top 5 or 10. So it's kind of crazy.
What I did actually think is, you watched the mid-season trailer, right? Because I remember I showed you it.
Yeah.
You know that bit in the trailer where Vision's like punching through the hex, as they're now calling it. He like he starts to try and push through it. It's that very quick bit in the trailer. I thought that was going to happen right after the argument, and I was kind of sad that it didn't. I was expecting Vision to just storm out and try and walk out.
I think that is going to happen when the true villain is revealed, because because we know that Wanda's been influenced by people before. So, you think back to like Ultron and stuff, she was obviously radicalized, and Hydra too. So there might be, even though she's aware that she's doing this to people, maybe she's been influenced into thinking that it's the right thing. I just don't want to believe that Wanda's evil, man, because I already like that character.
I like when they were talking about, what's his name? Director Summit, or I can't remember his last name for the life of me. But when they were having that meeting and he was calling Wanda a terrorist, I was like, whoa.
That guy is so annoying.
Slow down.
He's gonna end up being like one of the like C-list villains in the MCU. Like, how director Pierce was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Wait, no, director Pierce was Civil War.
Being like that.
Pierce was Civil War with the Sokovia Accords.
No. Pierce is the one in Winter Soldier where Nick Fury goes in, and remember he takes his eye patch off. Yeah, him. Yeah. But yeah, I reckon he's gonna sort of be that sort of character, and I'm not really here for it. But I guess we need a way to either make Rambo the director, or people are assuming that she's gonna get superpowers and become Photon, which is her counterpart.
Do you just want to say, just PSA? I know Marvel aren't listening, but if you are, keep Darcy in it. She's so funny. She's honestly so hilarious.
Don't get rid of Darcy. She's fucking cool. But can I please?
We don't have that much time, so we have to.
I'm dying to say the reveal. At the end, after Vision and Wanda argue, there's a knock at the door. She opens the door, and Pietro is there. Her brother's back. But the best thing about it is not the one from the MCU. It's the one from the X-Men movies. X-Men are confirmed. They exist in the MCU. Multiverse, whatever, all the theories, they're true. Spider-Man 3, all the Spider-Men in it. I'm telling you now, I'm calling it.
100%.
They're bringing him in. That will happen. Oh my God. Like, I text Finton like, oh my God. It was more explicit than that, but over and over again. That was the most...
The thing is, I wasn't expecting it to be him. I was like, all right, fair enough. She brought Pietro back. I was like, fine. I knew it was Pietro as soon as I saw the hair. I was like, fine, fair enough. They brought Quicksilver back. Then it turned around.
I saw the Quicksilver hair, and I thought,
and it was the one from X-Men Days of Future Past. I was like, oh my God.
The best Quicksilver. Like, you couldn't have got a better guy to play Quicksilver. I didn't dislike the MCU version, but obviously he died.
He wasn't there long enough. So,
yeah, exactly. But this guy is.
I have to say, right, I know it's like X-Men Days of Future Past is one of my favorite films, and one of my favorite things, like not in general, but it's like one of my favorite, like it's probably the best X-Men movie in my opinion. I really like it. Days of Future Past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But one of my favorite scenes in like the entire of superheroes is when Quicksilver is just doing that walk in slow motion, just moving the bullets in X-Men in Future Past and just running around and just slowly moving the stuff. I love his character for that, which is why I was like, when I saw him, I was like, a god has returned.
Man, he is the best character ever. I'm telling you, but that episode was amazing. I've just got
That was
my coffee.
incredible. To be fair, we're on a time limit, so we've had to
That was
kind of
needed.
rush through this. I feel like we should go back.
We'll wrap
into
it
this
up
more
now
at some point.
because, to be fair, we've covered everything. I need to dry my hair. It's all crazy, but thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, all that YouTube stuff.
Also, doesn't
Drop
really
us a message. Our socials are
count.
always.
But we're gonna have a guest on the podcast this week, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there'll be not Saturday, but next Saturday there'll be a guest on.
Yeah,
So,
because of our weird.
2 guests potentially.
Yeah,
So
potentially.
look forward to that. Hopefully we'll see you on Saturday with the podcast, and hopefully we'll see you the Saturday after that with the next podcast with the guests. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Watch the episode.